John was so gracious to send me whatever's in this box. And so I thought I would open it up for you to see, hey, what's in here? I assume it's the X3 program. And so let's just take a look at it together, and I'm really excited to start using it. So here we go. All right, look at this. So here we go. Hey there, in case you haven't seen it, I recently had a success interview with Dr. John Jaquish. Yes, the author of this book, Weightlifting is a Waste of Time and So is Cardio. And let me tell you something, that was an amazing podcast interview, because when you think of health and fitness and so forth, wow, he blew some of my beliefs away by describing the research behind some of the myths around health and fitness that exist out there. And so we had this great conversation. And if you haven't watched it yet, hey, go check it out or click the link up here and it'll take you right to the interview where you can watch it. It's about an hour and 15 minutes long, and we divided it up into chapters, and boy, does he speak some truth and some powerful stuff.
You already know. My passion and my mission to help you unleash your greatness within. My heart goes out to the underdogs that's on their way. If you think you can go from good to great, okay, let's motivate. GreatnessWithin.com. TJ Hoisington. GreatnessWithin.com.
But as part of it, we talked about the X3 program that he invented. And when we were toward the end of our conversation, I asked him, hey, what's the best way to go about getting your X3 program so that I can shape my 47-year-old body into an athletic build and not just lose weight, but also lose weight and gain some lean muscle? How can I do that? And he gave me kind of a regimen on that interview. But at the end, after the interview was over, he said, TJ, don't worry about ordering it. I'll do you a big favor. I'll send it to you myself at no cost. And I get that he can't do that for everybody. And I'm just really thankful that John was so gracious to send me whatever's in this box. And so I thought I would open it up for you to see, hey, what's in here? I assume it's the X3 program. And so let's just take a look at it together, and I'm really excited to start using it. So here we go. All right, look at this. So here we go. Look at what's in the box. So there you go. And I assume this is what everybody gets. So maybe this is a box opening thing for you. But here we go. Here are the bands, right? We talked about the X3 program. So there you go. Look at that. That's a big band there. And then you have a smaller one, right? So there's that. And there's his logo. And then a smaller one, depending on, I guess, whatever I'm doing, and an even smaller one, and a loose one. So I don't know. We'll figure out how all these are used. There's a box in here. So let's see what this is. Okay, it is the bar to do the different exercises and lifting and so forth. And let me tell you, all this, the bands and this, feels very solid and well built. So I'm impressed, actually. I like quality things, and I can feel that this is quality. So nice job on that, John Jaquish. All right, and then at the bottom, under the band, so I'll put this aside. At the bottom, actually, let's pull these bands out. Boom, boom, boom. And then at the bottom, you have and it's made of metal. You can tell it's sturdy and strong. It's got some weight to it. But this is, if you've seen any of Dr. John Jaquish's videos and so forth, they use this in conjunction with the band to help prevent injury. So we'll figure out how to do that. And then I do notice down here in the bottom, there is a nice quality thick card that gives me kind of some pictures and some looks at different exercises I could do. Now, to learn how all this wraps together, you got to go to my interview that I had with Dr. Jakewish and, see what he says about how to eat and see what he says about exercising and injury and so forth. And what he basically says through that interview is he says, this is the way to do it. And you won't only get 3 times the growth, you will get 10 times the growth. And he has the research and the results to back it up. Many professional athletes are using the X3 program. And at 47 years old, I hope that secretly I can get the body of some of those professional athletes. No, I'm just teasing. I don't think I will. But I would like to say that my goal here, as I do this video today, is over the next 2 months to see what change I have been able to make physically. You'll probably notice it if I've lost some weight, if I'm looking more toned, whatever. As I do success interviews, you'll be able to see over the next 2 months how I'm looking, and then I'll do a follow-up video. But I just wanted to give a little shout out to Dr. Jakewish. It was really kind of him to send this program to me, and I'm excited to get started with it and share my results with you, and also his Fortigen program, which is a sort of an amino acid regimen that was taken from, he explains in the interview. Oh, so you'll take a shake, you'll have a shake, protein shake, plus, and then you'll have a little 8-ounce steak or something, and that's good.
It doesn't even look like a shake. It's clear. It looks like pink lemonade.
What is it? What is it?
Bacterial fermentation.
Is that something? Is that something you offer? Your business offers?
Yeah, it's called Fortigen. Yeah, it's an adaptation of a cancer treatment they initially developed it to keep people from having muscle wasting problems during chemotherapy and radiation. And so I worked with some of the original creators to make it anabolic for muscle size growth as opposed to being anti-catabolic. Had to be a little stronger, quite a bit stronger for my needs. But so I never feel like full or bloated or anything, and I eat 1 meal a day.
So I'm really excited to get Fortigen as well, as we will couple that with my diet and exercising, and we'll see what happens in the next 2 months. Now, I'm not big, and I don't think you should be big on sharing your goals publicly. I believe in keeping your goals, in the belly and not having to share them. You don't need to use, right? If you need to use the public feedback to keep you motivated, then that motivation is short-lived. It's all about vision, and vision comes from within. So when it comes to your goals, you don't need to share it. So in this context, I rarely share my future goals on all my videos and podcasts and everything with other people or with you, the audience. I'm really careful about that because I really believe in keeping it private. But as a thank you to Dr. Jakewish, I wanted to express my appreciation for him sending the X3 program to me, and then also let you know that, hey, I'm going to try to do a little bit of extra exercise and so forth and see what happens over the next 2 months. All right, keep following me. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to my Apple Podcasts. I would really appreciate it. And you will be able to see the transformation over the next 2 months. All right, let's get after it. Hey there, I'm sure you weren't expecting to see me at the end of this video, but let me tell you, the video that you just watched, I filmed it about 2 days ago. And so there's no drastic change or everything, but you can tell I haven't shaven in a couple days now. So I thought I would just jump in here and give a little bit of feedback, because over the last 2 days, I've been eating a little bit differently, a little bit more stricter and disciplined, if you will, a little bit more protein, but I've not given up my vegetables. I have a little bit of broccoli or asparagus with my steak or my salmon. What else has changed? And then midday, I notice that I need a little munchie, so I just have an apple and maybe a half of a handful of mixed nuts, if you will. Now, I don't know how those things will play. If you listen to the interview that I did with Dr. Jakewish, I don't know if those extras, the vegetables, and it's just a little bit of vegetables, and the nuts, if that will play any negative role, or the apple, in what I'm doing. But what I can tell you about using the equipment, I think when I did the video, I held up these two bands like, oh yeah, these are the ones I'm going to be using, right? I'm tough. And listen, I haven't touched these at all. I've been using this band. I think it's a mid-grade band, maybe on the lower end of the mid-grade, because this, I don't know, there's 4. So this one and this thin one. And let me tell you something. I'm getting a workout. Listen, right now, as I sit here right now, and I felt it yesterday too, after I did my reps, like 20 to 30 reps of doing it against this resistance. Again, I thought I would be using heavier stuff, but let me tell you something. When you're doing 30, 40 reps, I'm not even up to 40 yet. And these bands are working me. And I'm telling you right now, as I sit here right now, I feel, because it was just a couple hours ago, I feel my muscles kind of jittering a little bit. And so I'm just leaning on the thought that John said that if you're eating right, then the real muscle growth and muscle repair will happen at night. So I have not got Fortigen in the mail yet, so that's coming. I know that that's coming. So I'll be starting to introduce that into my diet. But let me just say, it works great so far. I mean, we'll see in 2 months, what I look like. But let me tell you, I feel good. I feel like I'm getting a workout. I know that my heart rate is going up when I'm working out. I'm still going on a light run, just a couple miles, just to kind of warm up. And then I come back and I do about 35 minutes of different exercises with the bands. And let me tell you, I'm getting a workout. So I don't know, I've seen a couple comments and so forth that were negative around this and Dr. Jaquish, but let me tell you something. I'm willing to try things out, right? Based on the research, I'm willing to try it out. And so far, I can feel that my body is making some steps forward. I'm feeling a sense of progress. And so I'm just going to keep it up. And you'll be able to see as I do different podcasts or motivational messages, how I look over the next 2 months if you pay attention to the upload time. Although I think we have some videos that will be coming out shortly before I started to do this regimen, but you'll see over the next 2 months. And then I'll do a video at the very end of the 2 months and tell you where I'm really at. So I've got a long way to go and I'm looking forward to it. And as I get stronger and get more fit, I'm sure I'll evolve at least up to this one. I don't know about this one. This is beefy. So my goal, because I'm already kind of a bulky guy, that I want to become more lean and trim. And so that's probably going to be more reps and eating in a really disciplined way, which I've been doing. So we'll see how I can trim that down and really kind of carve out more of an athletic build. That's what Dr. Jaquish said on the interview that I did with him. More of an athletic build by doing resistance training versus what my past has been to run 6 miles a day, 5 days a week. And I like it because I get a lot of meditation time. Some of my greatest ideas for writing books and so forth come when I'm on that real long run. And I'm not a fast runner, it's just a long run. But in the past, that's how I've lost weight. I've eaten smart and then I've gone on long runs. But when John said that when I'm running that long, I'm turning my body into a Prius instead of, let's say, a Mack truck or a Mustang, there's a difference, right? Because when you're running that long, you're conditioning your body to hold on some fat, hence fuel, to carry you the full hour of running that you do every day. And he told me in the interview that the way that he would have done it, as I explained my story, is he would have had me do more resistance training. And as I did resistance training, I would have lost the same 35 pounds, but I would have had more of an athletic look to my body. So, hey, I'm gonna experiment with it and see how it works, and I'll let you know at the end. The key, we live in a time period where people are really quick to be negative or to give an opinion about everything. And my thought is, before I give an opinion about something, I'm either gonna do the research or I'm gonna try it out. And that's what I'm doing now. And so far, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I'm making progress. All right, thanks for listening to me. If you got this far in the video, I hope you found this video enjoyable, I guess, or informative. And listen, I just wish for you that you achieve your goals, your dreams, that you may go out and unleash your greatness within, because you got it. Now, go get after it.